which takes place October 31st to November 8th in Truro, Nova Scotia. He's also being compared to the last battalion goalie to play here, one of Ben's favorites, Joe Verbetic.
Man, Joe was such a good goalie. He was so efficient in his movements, and I know there were some knocks against him about maybe being not athletic enough for his size, for a big goalie, but I saw that as a complete plus, and I'm really excited to see Vrugdenhill. It's a long name, and I screwed that up there. I totally apologize, but I'm really excited to see him play this year.
He actually has a preseason OHL win under his belt as he backstopped the North Bay Battalion to a 4-3 win over the original head coach and championship coach of the Powassan Voodoos, Scott Ray, and his own sound attack in Collingwood on August 31st. Tomas Naja will be backing up Vrugdenhill tonight. He's a 2008 birth year from Leamington, and he joined the Voodoos from the BioSteel Academy program in Windsor. He came in yesterday, he made 4 saves and allowed 1 goal in the final 6 minutes of Friday's 6-3 home opening win against the Soo Thunderbirds. He spelled Derek Champagne in that game, and for those at home wondering, Champagne is not dressed as he is day-to-day with a lower body injury right now. And if the Voodoos can hopefully get him back quick, they're going to be a very strong team coming from the back end. But we'll be right back on the other side of the national anthem.
And here we are, excited as the players get ready to line up. We have our starting lineup for the Powassan Voodoos. Justin Russo, the captain, number 8, starting at center, with Jesse Lefebvre, number 9, and Caleb Dawson, number 10, on either side of him. At the point, they have Marcus Kraut, assistant captain, number 26, and Dylan Roussel, number 27. And we have Cole Bergenhill in goal, again, as Courtney mentioned his stats previously and his accomplishments.
And on the far side is the Soo Eagles. We're looking at Logan Stowinski, Lucas Caulfield, and Carter Huxon up front, along with Trent Hopp and Cole Taylor and Jace Norrell, who you might have seen in the beginning of the NOJHL Game Day video, making an absolutely crazy save on Jack Nolan. Harrison Clement with a nice camera shot of that one. He's got the 3-0 moving us average at 923 save percentage. But he took the loss. Last year he had a 911 save percentage and a 268 goals against average for the Soo Eagles. And we're off. The Eagles in their road whites are going left to right to start this one. The Voodoos in their home greens, a change up from the whites that they wore yesterday, are going right to left. Through the neutral zone, puck comes in. Danilov walking in. Danilov tried to get a lane to the net, but instead Lefebvre picks it back up. Lefebvre gets it up for Dawson. Dawson's just going to shovel it down the ice and chase after it. Dawson behind the net now, battling for it with a couple of Eagles. And now the Eagles come away with the puck. Looking down the ice for a chance. As McCohen got the puck down the ice, but Kratz picks it up at his own blue line. Kratz up for Cowell. Cowell walking in. Cowell looking for some options. Plays it back. Boys, who had 2 goals in the game last night, unleashes one, but it just went wide of the net. And now we're going to see too many men on the ice for the Soo Eagles here, 1 minute and 1 second in. So the Eagles are going to have to play one man down to start this one.
And that's a rough penalty to be taking this early in the game, to not be organized that right off the hop with your first line change, to have that going on. Powassan definitely is going to be looking to take advantage of their high-scoring game yesterday. I guarantee they're looking to keep that point streak looking. We were joking with Caleb Dawson before the game that if only he can keep up that pace for the rest of the season, he'll be in for over 100-goal season. I don't know about that many, but he should get a bunch.
Dylan Roussel walking the line. It's Micah Siri as the first shot comes in. It's stopped by Norrell. Siri is in the box serving the penalty. Vrugdenhill out to play the puck. Leaves it for his man Roussel. And Roussel comes from behind his net. Twisting and turning. Going for a skate. Roussel leaves it for his man Dawson. Dawson up for Lefebvre. Lefebvre down the ice. Flips it in. Rousseau, the captain, on the half wall. Playing it back to Roussel. Roussel, far side, looking for Kratz. His pass is just out of his reach. And it's into the corner for Dawson. Dawson gets it to his man, but Cole Taylor's going to dump the puck down the ice. Vrugdenhill out to play it. The Voodoos were 1 for 5 on the power play last night. Not great numbers, but they still got the job done on one of those 5 power plays, of course. Roussel up for Bradley. Bradley dumping it in. It's going to go to the far side. Kratz is there to corral it. Now Kratz sends it in for Saginaw. Saginaw walking around behind the net. Ryan Saginaw goes cross ice. Marcus Kratz now gets it out front. Tried to get it to another man, but it didn't quite get there. Now Bradley battling for it in the corner. Goes behind the net. Boyes is there, but the Eagles are going to come away with it and send it down the ice. And Vrugdenhill out to play it again. Vrugdenhill passing it up for Bradley. Bradley sends it back to Jasoni. Jasoni with the puck behind his net. Looking up ice. Going for a skate. Leaves it now. Gets it to Boyes. Boyes flipping it in. Boyes and Dawson both getting 2 goals last night. Under a minute on the man advantage, of course. And the Eagles should kill what's left of it here, as it's down the ice from Vrugdenhill, who's already been active out playing the puck quite a bit. Jasoni getting to the puck. Tries to get it down the ice and hit off a skate. Now the Eagles are going back in. Taking a shot. Vrugdenhill with his first big save. And it's kicked into the corner. Now another chance here. Nemechek. Nemechek with a shot. That one hit a body and went wide. Now the puck back for Jasoni. Jasoni trying to get away from his man. He does. He flips the puck down the ice, and the Voodoos will have to chase it, but it's caught an edge, so that'll be an icing call here and a defensive zone draw for Powassan.
And there wasn't a stoppage in that power play there for the Voodoos, so we didn't get a chance to talk about everyone's favorite talking point that comes up every game, but the stanchion that blocks off the time, so we never really know how much is left. But that was a great kill by the Soo Eagles, and Powassan got one shot off in a couple of attempts, but not much from it.
Off the draw, the Eagles have possession, and they flip it out front. Another chance, saved by Vroogdenhill, as that's his second shot against now. Cowell trying to get the puck out of the zone, got it to Saginaw, but not out. Now it's kicked out, but not very far. Body check right there to where the linesman is, and now Nemechek walks back in. Nemechek lost it to Bradley. Bradley sauces it across to his man, another battalion prospect, Deverin Brown. Now Nemechek flips it right back in. Brown lost it in his skates. It's picked up by the Eagles. Eagles try to funnel the puck out front, and now Jasoni gets it up for Landry. Landry couldn't quite get a handle on it though, and now the Eagles have possession once again in their own zone. Getting it down the ice. Brown's going to pick it up. Goes cross ice to Begley. Braden Begley, his pass hits a body and a stick, and it goes out of play. So we'll get a stoppage here now. 15:42 on the clock here in this first period.
We've had some good action both ways. Boston's got a couple good control in the zone and shot attempts off, and the Eagles have gotten a couple good shots off as well. Vroogdenhill has looked really good and solid, made a couple really solid saves. Nothing too strenuous, but kept the score at 0.
McCoyan gets the puck in deep. Begley out to play it. Now it's flipped cross ice, and that's going to come out of play as well as it hits the netting, and it's out of play.
You know, if we can get to halfway periods and get a couple of these face-offs, save them for the middle when we have our breaks that we need to take, that'd be great.
Well, you and I both know in the NOJHL it doesn't always work out that way.
No, you get them when you take them when you can, I guess. We have the first line back out for the Voodoos.
Bell out there for the draw against Rousseau, the captain. And Rousseau wins it back to Brown. Brown looking up ice, gets it to Dawson. Dawson takes a hard hit. Can't make the play though, but the puck does go down the ice. Now it's Bell. Bell try to get it past Rousseau. Rousseau falling, makes the play over to Lefebvre. Lefebvre in the corner. Comes back to Rousseau. Rousseau tries to flip it back to Brown. He does. Brown dumps it right back in, and Lefebvre's going to chase after it. It's in the skates of Lefebvre. Now the puck battling with it with Rousseau. Comes to Dawson. Dawson to Rousseau. Rousseau left it, and now it's behind the net. Dawson comes with it, tries to get it out front, and the puck did make it out front, just couldn't quite get to any Voodoo skater. Knocking it back in. Rousseau keeps it in. Rousseau comes away with it. Rousseau was looking for Lefebvre. Lefebvre does get to it. He looked like he held on to that one a little long, but no call to kill the play. Now it's back to the blue line again. Begley to Brown. Brown throws it in behind the net. Boys chasing after it. Now the Voodoo's turn to get some zone time here. Boys tried to will it forward to Saginaw. He does. It's off Norrell's stick. Saginaw picks it up. He left it for Cowell. Cowell was trying to get a quick shot off, and he didn't quite make it there. Now it's Caulfield. Caulfield loses it to Begley. Begley out front for Cowell. Cowell walks in with a nifty little move. Cowell to the outside, walks around behind the net, lost the puck though, and it's picked back up by the Eagles, and down the ice they go. Now Huxon couldn't quite get a chance on it. Now it's lost, and Kratz walks in. Marcus Kratz walking over the line, takes the shot. That one hit a body, and it was bounced up against Norrell, and Norrell gets the second one as well, and he's going to cover up as Norrell now coming under fire there the last couple of seconds.
And a little bit of pushing matches there in front, but cooler heads prevail as we head off. And Cowell's flying out there today. We know last year he had a really high points per game average. He just missed, unfortunately, a great portion of the season. That he would have been way higher in the points totals list had he not been. And if he can pick up where he left off, maybe an extra year development under his wings, he's going to put up some good numbers this year for Powassan.
Another chance off from the point, saved by Norrell. His fourth shot already now. And Cowell, I believe, had 7 points in the 4-game series loss to the Hearst Lumberjacks, too. Came to play. Vroogdenhill out to play the puck, leaves it there for Jasoni. Jasoni has the puck, flipping it down the ice, gets it all the way to Murphy Rogers, and Murphy Rogers is just going to dump it in. Now it's Boats on the far side. Murphy Rogers chasing it into the corner. Murphy Rogers still looking for it, gets it to Boats. Boats tried to flip it back to Bradley. Now it's back to the point, flipped in by the Voodoos on net. Rebound couldn't settle down for Boats as Norrell had kicked the puck away. Now Jasoni takes his man hard into the boards. That's Huxon. And he's going to go off for a change. Now Bradley with the puck. Bradley gets it down for Boats. It's out of his reach and down the ice. Murphy Rogers chasing after it again. Now to Boats. Boats takes a sharp angle shot, and that one hit a body and went out of play.
Someone else whose name you've mentioned a bunch of times today is Jasoni. And in the camp, he looked really good, really mobile with the puck. I saw he even played center for at least one game at the tournament they went away to. He moved up in the lineup. And so, yeah, I'm excited to see some of the stuff that he comes up with this year.
Owen Head, the former U18 Trapper, was on the face-off there. He didn't play center yesterday. Landry did, but they've swapped spots now on the lineup. As the puck rolls in off the back end of the net, and it's going to be covered up. One player to keep an eye out there, speaking of players to watch for, is Mason Brownlee, number 16 on your screen. He was a late cut from the Kirkland Lake Gold Miners who came down here and impressed so much that the Voodoos pounced at the opportunity to get him. And he looked very good in his first game in Powassan Green yesterday, scoring a highlight goal, quite a goal scorer shot from deep. Good way to start the season with a goal as the puck bounces out of the Voodoo zone. Huxon has it. Huxon down the ice, and Bagley breaks up that play. Bagley dumps it in. It bounces in on Norrell. Norrell knocks it aside. Now Brownlee out there with the puck, chasing after it in the corner. Mason Brownlee looking through his options, trying to play it, but it's knocked into the corner again, and he nearly lost it. Now Landry comes away with it. Landry out front. Good chance there. What a save. Or it hit a body. Voodoo's looking dangerous. Now another chance for the Eagles the other way. Vroogdenhill makes the stop there. And we'll get a stoppage in play here with 11:57 on the clock.
As you mentioned, that line has a couple North Bay connections as well, with Owen Head having played on the Trappers. I don't recall if Brownlee played on the Trappers.
He played U16 the year that Dawson and all those guys were U16.
Yeah, and so there's a lot of, and that's one of the things I like about junior hockey, when you see a lot of like local kids playing on a team.
Off the draw, they score! The Eagles get one past Vroogdenhill from the point, and that's Cole Taylor picking up the goal there, and that's his first of the season. It's 1-0 Eagles.
So let's talk about something we like to see. We don't like to see that. That's a quick shot off of a face-off through some bodies, and those ones are hard.
Tough one for sure for Vroogdenhill to give up. And again, this is his first game of Junior A experience as part of a team. Last year he did play one game in the OJHL. Not great numbers, but again, you got to think 15-year-old playing in the OJHL. Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
Dropping into an environment that you're not familiar with.
Boys, to Cowell. Cowell gets the puck out, gets it to the red line. Now he goes cross ice. Caden Cowell flips the puck in. Now it's Taylor, the goal scorer. Gets it up to Stawinski. Stawinski plays it out, and it's picked up now by Caulfield. Jasoni got to it, though. Got it down the ice for Boys. Boys feeds it along for Saginaw. Saginaw, cross ice, finds his man. Shot on net, saved by Norrell. As the Voodoos try to get back here and tie the game. Cowell with a shot from distance, and the puck comes back to the blue line. DeBox flipping it in. And Boys lost the handle of it. Now going the other way are the Eagles. Walking back in. Bell with the puck. Lost the handle, though. And it's picked up now by the Voodoos. Bagley, or rather Cowell, got it to Saginaw. Now it's to Boys. Boys leaves it for Jasoni. Jasoni flipping the puck down. He'll go off for a change. And that's going to be Huxon who picks up the puck. Huxon flipping it down the ice. He's trying to get it to Carter Huxton. There's two of them out there, Colton and Carter. They couldn't connect, though. As now that'll be Colton Huxton chasing after it with Dawson. Dawson takes his man down. And the puck flipped back around. Trying to pick it up, but not out. It's kept in. Bagley takes a shot. That one hit a body and didn't make it to the net. Now Brown flipping it in. Puck behind the net. Flip back around. Bagley keeping it in once again. Bagley with a shot from distance. That hits a body and doesn't get through. Dawson tried to get it back in deep. Couldn't quite make it. Now Brown flipping it back for Russo. Russo, the Voodoo's back on the attack to Lefebvre. Lefebvre with a shot. And Norrell with another save. Dawson over for Russo, looking to go back for on the backhand pass to Lefebvre, just didn't quite connect. Now Rousseau over for Brown. Brown flipping it towards the net, looking for a tip perhaps. And it's Rousseau. Rousseau battling for it. He's knocked to the ice. And a hand pass perhaps, but the Voodoos got away with one earlier too. As the puck flipped back in. Murphy Rogers couldn't quite get a hold of it. Now it's Boats. Boats tries to get a handle on the puck. He's knocked off it though, and the Eagles pick it back up. Now Roussel kept it in. Roussel to the near side half wall. Boats fanned on his pass out front. Gets it to Bradley though as it comes back around. Bradley, quick little cut back. Gets it to Murphy Rogers. Now Murphy Rogers battling on the far side. Puck does come loose. The Eagles try to flip it down the ice, and it's kept in by Bagley, but not for long. Boats still battling for it. Now it's picked up by Bradley. Bradley for Roussel. Roussel sees some open ice. Roussel walks in, takes a shot, and that's a good save by Norrell. I tell you, Voodoos fans are going to love Dylan Roussel.
Yeah, he can play.
Danilov down the ice. Comes in one-on-one with Roussel. Roussel knocks him off the puck, and now Kratz picks it up. Kratz down the ice. Tried to flip it in. It's picked off by the Eagles, and right back down they go with some speed. Danilov walks in, takes a shot. That one's off the blocker of Rugdenhill, and it's out of play. That'll bring us to our mid-period break as well, and we'll be back on the other side of this break. And we welcome you back inside the Powassan Sportsplex here for the final 8 minutes, or 8:20 of this first period. I'm Courtney Kenny, pleased to be joined by Ben Long, and of course cameraman Mike Brown, as the Voodoos look to try and tie things up here in the back half of this first period. It's 1-0 off Cole Taylor's first goal of the season for the Soo Eagles.
And as you mentioned, Roussel is going to be a real treat for Voodoos fans to watch. I think the one knock against him about maybe why he's not playing at a higher level is his size, but he played the body there on the last play a couple times pretty well.
And you got to remember, this is a kid who only has, prior to tonight, one game of Junior A experience, really, in the NOJHL. As the Voodoos try to get the puck down, Brownlee chasing after it. McCoyan gets to it. Dumps it back in deep. Brownlee in there again. And the puck comes back to the blue line. Jasoni couldn't keep it in, so he just dumped it right back in. Now the puck is loose behind the net. McCoyan gets to it. Tries to play it out. A good play there by the Voodoos trying to keep it in. And now Head's going to take a penalty on a trip there. So the Voodoos will have to kill off the next 2 minutes here as Carson Kucharski draws a penalty.
Yeah, and that's one of those unfortunate ones. I think is more just in a mess of people. Someone fell over his stick, but you got to be in control and aware of where your stick is. And Powassan's going to have to now fend it off the advantage. That's
Owen Head, who had to head off. Brown gets the puck right off the draw, sends it down the ice. And it's going to be Colton Huxon going after it as Norrell plays the puck. Huxon from his own zone. Going down the ice. The Voodoos penalty kill was very impressive last night. Danilov to Bell. Bell knocked off the puck. Bagley trying to get his big frame in there. Now it's Russo who has the puck pinned against the boards.
Russo was one of the stronger penalty killers in the league last year with another year development.
Huxon plays it to the far side. Shot. That's going to smart for Bagley, but he made the block. Now back to the blue line again. That was Stawinski. Now it's to Danilov. Danilov takes the shot, and that's off Brown's leg, and they're going to get the puck and send it down the ice. Bagley and Brown, both defense partners, taking some abuse there, and they're going to quickly go off for a change. Danilov Danilov always impresses whenever he seems to play the Voodoos. Walks in, takes a late shot there after the whistle. And Cowell pointing at him, I'm sure the Voodoos take a little bit of exception on that, but again, a bang-bang play there on the offside.
Yeah, I don't think there's any ill intent there. He just kind of came over and shot right away, and it was just happened to be after the whistle. And not that anyone from Powassan went after him harshly or anything, but they just kind of looked like one of those, let's catch you doing that again, eh?
Kratz off the draw, couldn't get the puck out, but now it's to Cowell and it's out. Down the ice goes Saginaw. Saginaw with some room. Walks in, takes a shot, he scores! Ryan Saginaw! The pride of Pittsburgh gets the Voodoos in flight here. We're tied on a shorthanded goal.
Oh, hi, Ryan Saginaw.
Saginaw with his first goal of the season.
That was a beautiful shot he had there.
His family made the trip up from Pittsburgh, and you got to think he's very happy to score in front of them.
Yeah, when your family comes from such a far away distance away and they don't get to see a lot, that's a real treat to get to, especially a nice shorthanded goal like that. That's a real feather in his cap.
Saginaw, of course, showing great spirit with that one once again. Nemechek with the puck to Boberg. Boberg tries to get a shot. It does get to net. The rebound chance turned aside by a body before it got to Vrugdenhill. 20 seconds still on the man advantage here for the Eagles as they dump the puck back in. Swiping at it is Kratz. He gets it up for Cowell. Now another shorthanded chance. It's going to be Saginaw again, but they're going to call the hand pass. And the Voodoos faithful not happy with that one.
No, and some of the players on the ice were extremely unhappy with it too, but I mean, you want to make sure you're not getting an unsportsmanlike.
Well, I'm sure one thing that he is happy about, his dad came to show me, as it's a big joke between us, of course, that he likes Penn State, I like Ohio State, and they're big rivals in the NCAA. Well, Penn State was winning big in their game today, so I'm sure he'll be happy about that one. You know what team Ryan Saginaw cheers for? Well, I think you were down there when he said it. No, maybe you weren't. He lives in Pittsburgh. Who do you think he cheers for in the NHL?
I would have guessed the Penguins for sure, but I feel like it's not.
It isn't. I'll let you stew on that one for a moment. Dawson, off the puck, gets it to Lefebvre. Lefebvre breaking in, but he lost the handle on it. We'll get your answer here on the next break.
Okay.
Danilov got it to Huxon. Huxon out of his own zone. Stawinski got it in. Russo gets it to Dawson. Dawson gets it out. And now it's flipped back in by the Eagles. They're all knotted up at one. Just over 5 minutes left in this opening frame. And that's going to be played back now for DeBox. Reed DeBox with the puck, flips it down the ice. He had a nifty assist yesterday on Dawson's second goal. Now the puck back into Eagles territory. That's Stawinski with it, got it down the ice, and DeBox is going to pick it back up. DeBox to the near side for Jasoni. Jasoni got it down. Boys got a piece of it, flips it in. And Boys playing it in the corner. Out front now, a good chance there. What a save by Norrell off Saginaw. As Jace Norrell robbed him blind on that one. Now the Eagles the other way. Send the puck back down the ice. Taylor chasing after it. He has the goal here. The two goal scorers in this game on the ice together. Taylor for the Eagles, Saginaw for the Voodoos. And now Carter Huxon into the Voodoo zone. Gets it to Boys. Boys down the ice. It's going to be Colton Huxon who got to it first. And now he's going to chase after it, or chase it down the ice. Boys going to pin it here right near our broadcast. And it's going to come across now as Brown got to it to Bagley. Bagley gains his zone, flips it in. Norrell stops that one from well outside. Eagles looking to pull off a play here. 3:40. Flip back in. Another chance here for the Voodoos to try a play. That's going to be Bradley who leaves it behind for Roussel. Roussel to Kratz. Kratz up the ice now, was looking for Murphy Rogers, and they're going to say he got a piece of it as it goes down the ice. Now Bradley stands his man up, and it's down the ice. Boats gets to it first. Boats Tried to get it to Roussel. Roussel has to stand his man up in the slot, as now we'll see a penalty here, as Roussel had no choice but to stand his man up as the puck slowly came towards him.
And I didn't see who that penalty went to, but it's a holding penalty. As for my guess about who Saginaw's favorite team is, I'm going to guess maybe Edmonton.
Edmonton?
If it's not Edmonton, it's going to be someone weird like Columbus or like the Islanders or something.
It isn't. It is your Toronto Maple Leafs.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
I almost feel bad for the kid.
Well. He says he has a soft spot, obviously, for the Penguins as the Voodoos are on the power play here. Cowell over for Jasoni. Now it's Boys. Boys to Jasoni. Jasoni. Back to Cowell. Back for Jasoni now. Jasoni takes the shot. And Norrell with the save. A little bit of rough stuff after the whistle, too. One thing I will say about Ryan Saginaw while we're singing his praises is for a young man to come from Pittsburgh all the way up to Powassan at the trade deadline last year and then to want to come back, he's really ingrained himself in this community. You see him around doing a lot of things with the Voodoos jersey on after hours, going to events and stuff, and that's the type of person that any coach would love to have on their team. And he can score, too. Jasoni with the puck, leaves it for Cowell. Cowell, far side, good chance. Boys just put that one wide on the one-timer as he tried to do the score from Leon Draisaitl's office over there. Now Jasoni leaves it for Saginaw. Saginaw cuts in, cuts back on the half wall now. Saginaw got it back to Jasoni. He was looking to get it to Cowell, and now his pass is picked off, and Jasoni will have to chase after it. Jasoni going for a skate. Twisting and turning, he flips it down. Saginaw's just going to get it in deep, and Boys will chase after it. Boys on the half wall. Looking through his options. Cuts to the middle. Gets it back to the blue line. Kratz with a shot. That one just goes wide. Saginaw now with the puck again. Flips it around. It's Boys who picks it up. Boys knocked hard into the boards. Plays it back. Kratz to Cowell. Cowell with a shot. And that one hits a leg of Caulfield and goes into the corner. Less than a minute on the man advantage for the Voodoos. It's back to Cowell. Cowell walking the line. Goes back cross. It's going to be Kratz again with a shot. And that one goes wide. Cowell picking it back up. Cowell looking through his options as he's taken to the boards. As Kratz couldn't keep the line. And he'll chase back after it as Brugden-Hill out to play it by the Zamboni doors. Brugden-Hill grabs the puck. Leaves it for Kratz. Kratz. Danilov falls awkwardly. And now it's Kratz walking down the ice. Kratz flips it to the near side for Roussel. Roussel with a shot. And that one stopped by Norrell. Lefebvre back to Roussel. Roussel couldn't handle that one, so he dumps it right back in deep. Rousseau to Dawson. Dawson to Rousseau again. Back to Roussel. Roussel with another shot, and Norrell's going to cover that one up, not letting any rebounds out, and 1 minute on the clock.
And Norrell has looked really good today. He's made a lot of really big saves, 15 shots against, where the Eagles have only managed 6 shots against Brugden-Hill.
Norrell looked again good in the game, the one game that we saw last year where he absolutely robbed Jack Nolan. Again, you want to see a great angle of that, just watch the NOJHL game day videos. They use that as part of their intro. Harrison Clements with the great angle from the corner. And the puck comes out. The Eagles trying to get back on the attack, get it down the ice. It's going to be Brown and Stawinski battling for it. Now the puck to the near side. Brownlee gets it to Bagley. 30 seconds on the clock. Flip down the ice. It's Landry. Head. Head takes a shot. He scores! Owen Head. His first goal with the Voodoos. His first junior A goal. Owen Head makes it a 2-1 game.
That was another beautiful shot coming. That's both of them were coming in wide from the blocker side on Norrell and got a good shot off and beat him wide. So maybe that's a scouting thing to watch out for against him, but even still, 2 goals on 16 shots. He's not the problem. He's had a mountain of workload to deal with, and that was a great shot by Owen Head.
Trainer J.J. Johnson putting his hand up to get the puck for that one, and you're going to have to think they're going to put some tape on that one after the game and hand it to the young lad.
Yeah, that's going to be a big one.
Cowell looking for another opportunity. Couldn't quite get there, though, as the Eagles send it right back down the ice. Jasoni with 10 seconds on the clock. Jasoni looking to make a play. Got it to Saginaw. Saginaw, 5 seconds. Voodoos trying to will it forward. Can't quite get it down. That should wrap things up here in our opening frame of this one. After 20 minutes of play, it's a 2-1 hockey game for the Powassan Voodoos. They were down 1-0 to start, but now it's a 2-1 game. Ben, before we head to our break, as usual, your final thoughts on that first period.
Yeah, I mean, I think Powassan looked great that whole period. There was a couple-minute window where, the Eagles really took it to them, but other than that, I think Powassan really owned that period, and the shots indicate that.
We'll have to see if the Voodoos are able to keep things up going into the final 40 minutes of this one. As usual, I'm Courtney, he's Ben. We'll be back with more on the other side of this first intermission.